ROFFS analyst James here, and it is currently the week of October 28th, 2024. We hope everyone had a good weekend. Today we'll be taking a quick look at the ocean conditions from Cape Hatteras down into the Florida Keys and the Bahamas using sea surface temperature and ocean color imagery, showing the conditions that you likely would have encountered if you went offshore this past weekend. Overall, we have observed some fairly unstable conditions in the south, particularly from the Gulf Stream passing into the Florida Straits from the loop current. This is likely due to blue-green to blended blue water moving from the Gulf of Mexico and loop current area into the Gulf Stream towards the Florida Straits as a result of runoff from Hurricane Helene. In particular, we've seen several eddies off of South Florida and between west of the Bahamas. And ocean and color imagery can kind of show this a little bit better. So switching over to that, you can see some of this water was even pushed into the western bank of west of Andros Isle and north of Sal Bank, with a relatively large eddy formation moving to the eastern side of the Gulf Stream. Several eddy formations moving north off of South Florida, as well as a clockwise rotating eddy along the eastern side of the Gulf Stream, just west of Walker's Key, and then moving north, northeast of Cape Canaveral. Switching to our ocean color imagery, this really shows the blended blue water that's moved pretty far northwards within the Gulf Stream. One of these eddies can be seen moving off of Daytona here as well. And then looking further north, we see the larger eddy formations forming off of the Charleston area, moving northeast. One of these series of eddies is starting to move further northeast, currently off of Cape Fear, then moving towards the Cape Lookout area. And you can see that in our infrared SST imagery as well, moving northeast off of Cape Lookout. Now looking into the Bahamas, let's switch back to our ocean color imagery. One of the biggest things affecting the Bahamas right now are a series of larger eddies to the north and northeast of Abaco and Walker's Key. There's a large counterclockwise rotating eddy formation north of Abaco and Walker's. This is maintaining pretty unstable blended blue water north of Walker's and moving pretty far offshore north of Abaco. However, to the northeast of Abaco, we've seen a clockwise rotating eddy formation that's been pushing some of this bluer water into the ledges east of Abaco. Some of this water moving southwards and then back east again near the hole in the wall, where it joins up with another clockwise rotating eddy formation further east. Switching back to our SST imagery, you can see the cooler clockwise rotating eddy formation with the bluer water pushing into the ledges east of Abaco, with the warmer clockwise rotating eddy formation further offshore, pulling warm water north as shown here. Remember, these ocean conditions are always changing, so be sure to head to ROFFS.com or call our office at 321-723-5759. Again, that's 321-723-5759 to order updated analyses for each of these areas. Have a good week.